Greetings and salutations, and welcome back once again to Waterloo and Wavre. I am your host as always. Now, without further ado, let's see what has happened over this turn. How much pain has been inflicted. Oof. Ow. That hurt like hell. And he's throwing his skirmishers forward. And continues to plink at my main line. These skirmishers are real pests. Alright, lots of French cavalry is moving this way as well. Leave my poor men alone with your annoying plinkage. Damn annoying skirmishers. King's Own. Oof. Quite a few, so what, 6 men? 8 there. Pesky French guns are just constantly blowing small gaps in the line. Inniskillens. Now, the question is, what is he going to get up to? He's sending more of his cavalry that direction towards the Prussians, which makes sense given the whole situation. Oh. They're in square now. I am going to try and force. This is gonna hurt. 19 men. I suppose that's more if they decide to sit there, which they did not. He is likely, however, to send at least one of those battalions of Neumark Landwehr packing. Just from the plinkage in the side. The guard. To there. Here comes Van Damme's troops. So yeah, Van Damme is making his presence known, which is not welcome. Oof. Ow. Swiss. Okay, he's forming squares. It's obvious he doesn't want this to make any progress, especially when supported by the cavalry. Yep, they're in square, they're in column. What else is he going to be up to? That's the question. He is determined to not want to fight the Prussians over here, so hopefully I can just advance and keep snipping at them. But I highly suspect that eventually he's gonna have to turn and fight. He's putting out his screen of various cavalry. They're on the move. So, Prussian rear guards. Alright, skirmishing fights. Alright, 10 units routed. 1 unit of the guards. Wow. Some troops from the south. Lincolns. The Grubenhagen. And various Landwehr cavalry and such. Yeah, makes sense. There was just a massive chain rout. And there was nothing I can do about that, so... You routed... Still, all things considered, it's mostly just skirmish. They got routed because they just got blasted in the face. Let's do the guns, so let's start with you before we do anything else. Royal Horse Artillery will shoot at you. Ramsey, you can't really see anything. What is blocking your line of sight? They are. Well, in that case, you are actually going to turn. Ramsey will turn this direction and look to support against this lot. Mercer, you're going to blast them. Sandham, King's German Legion foot guns. You will shoot at them. Now, Prussian guns, I will leave you for the moment. You, I will not. You will blast them. You can't see anything. You can see them, so you will hit them. Hit them. This battery I'm going to limber and move while I can remember to do so. Next you got this, leave that battery for the moment. Over here we got this battery of 6s. You're going to blast them. Now the 12s. I might as well try and get at least a little gunfire from the 12s involved, and more importantly, we'll start bringing them forward, as they are going to be needed. Now, this battery... blast that square, and you will kindly blast them. Now, do I want to shoot this, or would I rather limber them? I'm going to shoot them. Doesn't do a whole lot, but what it does do is perhaps just enough. So let's start over here as always. Fall back with you, fall back with you. Again, that cavalry is really annoying more than anything. As I continue to move forward. Okay, what can they charge? They can charge straight into my line. Alright. You lot will shoot at them. Over here, we got the King's German Legion. You will shoot at that lot. Shoot at them. Yeah, we'll just shoot them in the face or fall back. That's the question. Yeah, we'll turn. Shoot them. Sorry about that. Now, the Royal Welsh are not in a good state. They are exhausted. Still, this chunk of the guards are just not really able to hold much any longer with the various pressures they're under. Whoops, I did not mean to move Hepburn that way. South Lincolns and West Ridings. They will fall back. Yeah, my position here is very, not good. South Lincolns. Shoot them. These French skirmishers just do not want to quit. Shoot them in the face. The King-Os can shoot them. Somersets. The Inniskillen. The Dragoon Guards. Hmm. Alright, let's get you out of the way because, well, you're just sitting in the way there. I don't care if I disorder you to get you out of the way, but let's just get you out of the way. What little remains of Picton's division? Whoops, that's not what I want. Advance you. The Brunswickers are pretty tired. For the most part, I think the army is just exhausted. For the most part, everyone is just exhausted at this point. I just do not think there's a lot of fighting left in, well, anyone. My army's thoroughly exhausted. His is definitely going to be a lot less exhausted, but it's still going to be exhausted. Duke of York's infantry. Get these wagons out of the way. Dornberg. What's left of the 23rd Light Dragoons? Far more importantly, however, what little is left of... Yeah, you're going to face that way, I think. Yep, you're fine. Alright, let's do... Alright, we'll bring forward the various regiments of this lot. So let's get Perch 2 forward. Landwehr Cavalry. Frolinger's command. We'll bring all this cavalry this way. Plink at them, please, while I'm here. Plink at them. Plink at them. Alright, they are still pretty much stationary because, well, there's not a whole damn lot they can do. Too low. Yep, completely pointless units, unfortunately. Ow. Colonel Marbeau. IR-24. And then you are going to look to try and reorganise. Blast them, please. It's not a lot, but any little bit helps. The 2nd Pomeranian Regiment. I will place them there, I think, which will open up them to be shot at. And so, while all things considered, let's have a look, see what time is dusk. 8:15, so we got, this is going to be my last turn of attacking for now. This is going to be the last turn I get of full attacks. You are going to move forward, you are going to move back towards your unit. Plink at them. Plink at them. Plink. Right, those boys, the 2nd Battalion, it's really not going to be much use given how tired it is, but I will have it. Form a line here and try and support. Plink at them. This is gonna hurt. Ouch. Volley them. You didn't achieve a lot, but something's better than nothing. Westphalian. Now then, you. What do I do with this lot? I think it's gonna be just a case of keeping this lot in reserve. Let's go up there, plink at them. You will go up there and you will move to try and rejoin the rest of your regiment. In the meantime, we'll also look to... So, they are going to launch the assault onto those guards and try and break them one last time. You will plink them. You might as well fire, I think. It's not going to do a whole lot, but every little bit, ow, not worth it. In the slightest. 25,500 men. Oof. Let's try and reorganise the battered remnants of this lot. What else can I do? They're gonna sit there slugging it out. They can't change formation, so... You two... you could charge, but you're only literally just a pair of Landwehr cavalry. A couple of squadrons of Landwehr cav. That may actually be quite handy in the end. Of course, I do have to worry about those bear skins that are there. The fact that the Imperial Guard has arrived and is starting to be a nuisance is, well, a nuisance. Third Ulanen. Alright, the third Ulanen. I'll move the third Ulanen up there. Fourth Hussars will go up there as well. And then all the various dragoons can push forward. They are to go rejoin the rest of their brigade. Now, we'll also look to bring up all these heavy guns, all my guns. Get your butts moving forward because you're going to be needed. and fast. As I need every single gun. Every single gun I can get my grubby little mitts on at the moment, because it's going to probably be the only way I can break the position. So, von Jagau. This is not quite how I wanted to do it, but the traffic jam is sort of forcing this change of venue when it comes to the roads. They are to work their way round. And then the two wagons will continue on as well. So this whole Jagau's division and Shooter's division should keep pushing forward nicely eventually. Alright, we'll throw these Jaegers forward. It's only 50 Jaeger detachment, but those 50 Jaegers will be of use soon enough. They can be seen and can be shot, which is the unfortunate thing. So Kleist is going to push forward. They are going to go rejoin their regiment, and then by extension I am going to push those Landwehr further up. So Steinmetz is in position and pushing. What can you see? Not a whole lot, but maybe just enough. All right. Over here. Uh-oh. Yeah, I moved one slight step too far for that one. Still, with the pushing, with all of these forces pushing quite nicely, and then Krausneck Tenth Brigade. Ubus luck as I continue to bring this lot just forward as much as possible. the Elba Regiment. This is where it's going to get pretty tough for him to ignore the oncoming Prussians of the Second Corps. Equality or not, they should at least be able to not necessarily win any fights, you'll rejoin that battalion. You are going to shoot them. Craft. Yep, so you will move forward, as you are basically the follow-on. You belong to him, as do you. Third Corps guns. Move them up, and we will open fire on them. And then some more horse guns can move up and open fire on that lot. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage, but that's not the point. It's not meant to do a whole lot of damage. What this is about is giving him other things to concern himself with. Second Corps artillery. Von Raschgau. Detach 100 skirmishers and into the woods. Advance. You are disordered, unfortunately, so you're not going to be the most useful here. And you belong to 2nd Cavalry Brigades. You are part of 2nd Cavalry Brigade, so you belong to Hobel. To 3rd Corps, so you are all just going to go that way. I will detach that Field Pioneer unit to basically keep an eye on some things. Your command is over there, so you will look to do so. Now, Tippleskirch. Tippleskirch is 2nd Corps. So we will just sort of organise Tipple-Skirch's lot. Who do you belong to? The 7th Brigade. And then these are the last units of Tipple-Skirch, so... And last but not least, we'll bring these wagons forward. Bit more artillery from the 3rd Corps. Colonel Hardage. Now Blucher. Yeah, Blucher's still in position. Them I'm gonna pull back to try and help drive this lot back out of the woods. Ammo or no ammo. Major Lobel. Is there anything that says do this, do this? Them I'm going to continue to pull back. Just going to keep on pulling back what little is left of Picton's division. Even though Picton's no longer around, he's been captured. I mean, I could charge the Duke of Cumberland's hussars that way. It's not likely to achieve a whole lot. Beyond a bit of nuisancing. Alright, the Dutch light cavalry is going to come that way. Vandela's cavalry brigade is just going to head back to the other side of the... What's left of the Inniskillens will start to fall back, because again, there's almost nothing left of the Inniskillens. The Somersets are still holding for the moment. This might be quite painful as I get shot in the face by 16 guns. But then it's a case of, can he shoot them all? And the simple fact of the matter is, I don't think he can. Von Krausneck. That should really help interrupt the flow of any troops of Van Dam's. That should definitely start playing hitherto any movement by Van Dam's troops. Whether or not it achieves anything truly catastrophic, now I could charge them into them. Five and a half thousand cavalry. You're not going to achieve a grand amount. It's not going to start a chain route, for example. It's not going to be starting one of those, so it's just a case of trying to cause enough trouble as to break their line. But again, not worth it, all things considered. I am going to wait just that extra... This should be my last turn of attacking this day. Well, maybe not my last turn, but the battle is going to start winding down for sure. It's about trying to not so much keep the pressure up, but hopefully force him to abandon this position and fall back towards, say, Plassinois. If he falls back that far, I may be able to, not achieve a win maybe, but certainly make it harder. Is there anything else that says do this? They're all still fixed. And I think Borka's brigade is going to remain fixed for the rest of the battle. Not 7th, 9th, yeah. Low chance, and it's been like that for 3 hours, so they are not going anywhere at this point. Even if they did release right at this second, it's not like they are going to miraculously achieve a grand amount. You know what? I will charge a single squadron that way into them, and a single squadron into them. The other two will head here, and then I'll commit 2 forward and 2 over there. Alright. One look. So. All things considered, this should, while not causing the greatest change of anything, it might give him pause. So, who's that? Depuze and Depuze's command and Bonamanis' command. Again, all things considered, for the moment, I will bring up these wagons because they are going to be needed. Still, when we wake up in the morning for the Prussians, or for the French rather, they should have an unpleasant awakening of a lot of Prussian guns prepared and ready. Now, over here, I can either advance and whack into that line, or I'm going to stay where I am for the moment. And I think it's going to be a case of the latter. I'm going to stay where I am for the time being. And attempt to really attempt anything. Yeah, we are going to wait until the morning, I think, before launching another assault. Now, as for First Corps guns, as soon as I can, I'm going to want them positioned all over here to blast these French infantry. The question is, can my position here hold under this constant pressure? Questionable. Quite questionable given, well, everything. They are not... He is not letting up anytime soon. So, as for Lieutenant General Hill, so Daddy Hill is... well, he's holding, if nothing else. Because the big thing is, most of the Second Corps isn't even here. Still, those I will pull back there. Von Funk is going to try and rally them, and they will stay in that little sort of gully for now. Now let's think. They could charge this way and really cause mayhem here. But it's gonna also likely get him killed if he's not careful. Yeah, not worth it. Alright, let's do the melees, of which we don't have that many. Third Battalion. So I lost 18 to his 12, but I drove him out of those woods. That's not bad, all things considered. Well, hello there, boys. Who's that? General de Brigade Chartrand. Well, hello there. You are going there, and you are going to support him, Letao. Oof. That was pretty painful. Again, all things considered, while I can't really make that much ground, over here we have got I might as well have you lot assault him. Ow. You can't assault. You lot, I don't want to. And while you can, you're not really going to achieve all that much, so. Pesky French skirmishers. The Inniskillens. We'll do that. Again, for the most part, I could assault these skirmishers, but it's not like I'm gonna shift them anywhere. Yeah, my Prussians are exhausted for the most part. Ah, yes, we got here. Oof. Again, 25,000, about 26,000 men, all told. To what? 16,000? It's the loss of all those guns that's really hurting me. And the supplies as well. But still. The fact that I've also lost double his infantry. Not double his only 1,000 more cavalry, so all in all not that much different. Considerably more guns. Still. Anyway, that is that turn done. So, on to turn 36. 8 p.m. It's going to start getting dark now, so... After that, I will probably just pull back a hex or so. And just basically look to reform and rest once it gets dark. So for now, I thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed once again. If you have, consider hitting that thumbs up, subscribing, or leaving a comment. But until next time, this has been Waterloo Wavre, and I will see you all soon. So until next time, bye bye for now.